Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jig, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Welcome back to TalkingSports.tv, live and interactive, right here at the Right Wing Sports Bar and Restaurant in the heart of Toronto. And of course, with me as usual is Naughty Nikki, who just loves her sports. Don't you?
I love my sports.
What about the
can I
guys?
say?
Do you love the guys?
You know what? We
What about
talked
the
about
women?
this last time. You know what? An athlete's an athlete, and if they're hot, I'll enjoy watching them
Women
any
or
day of the
men?
week.
All right.
Athlete's an athlete.
Nikki, I'm excited now because joining us is one of the best golf writers in the world, frankly. He writes for Fantrax.com, which is, of course, the site that I'm the editor-in-chief of.
Of course.
And it is okay, I'll say it, Nikki. It's a great site.
It's a really
great
great
site,
site.
and IJ's writing is fantastic. He's also a best-selling golf author. And IJ, welcome
Thanks
to
for having
Talking
me.
Sports. Thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
I'm going to ask you some questions about the Masters, and so is Nikki, because it's the Masters that's the hot topic right now, I
Right.
think, in sports, and it has been for so many years. The Masters is the big golf tournament. It's one of the big tournaments in any sport.
It's the big one.
It's the big one. All right, you wrote earlier this week in Fantrax that you think Tiger Woods going to win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a pretty bold prediction.
Tiger's different now to me than he's been for a couple of years. After the crash, he had to adopt this kind of, I want to improve myself as a person persona. None of us bought it then. We don't buy it now. And in his press conferences now, I see him becoming that kind of, I don't care about anybody else guy that he was before. And that's when he was winning. Guys like him and Michael Jordan, they were born lone wolves. They were assassins. He didn't care about anything but obliterating the field when he's at the top of his game. I see that in his eyes now again. And I think he's been able to shed this nice guy image. And I think that's what he needs to do.
You
agree.
could say it, IJ, because it's on the internet. He's pissed, just like you said
He's
on
pissed,
Fantrax.
he's pissed off
Yeah.
again, and I think he has to be pissed off.
And I think he's intimidating the rest of the field too, eh?
Right.
So IJ, tell us, what are the keys, if you're Tiger Woods and you're looking down the fairway, what are the keys to winning at Augusta?
Augusta's a special animal because you have to be smart about it, you have to be patient about it, but you have to attack at the right times and pick your spots. Tiger can do that when he's on his game like nobody else can. He's like a shark lurking in wait. He's in a great position now, about 5 back today. By tomorrow, I expect him to be 2 or 3 back, and then I think he's going to pounce when ready, just like he used to, and you're going to see the rest of the field wilt mentally.
Okay, well, remember, IJ Schecter said that first. Now, I want to ask him, Naughty, about Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
He had a final round meltdown last year at the Masters.
Right.
Can he bounce back from that?
He can, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. Rory's a young kid with a lot of poise and a lot of character, but that rattled him visibly. He went out and won a major a couple months later, which I think speaks volumes about who he is. But to win a green jacket is a different kind of thing. I expect him to do that in 2 or 3 years, by which time he'll have amassed a couple of other majors. But I think to come back the next year from that and win at Augusta, tall order. If anybody could do it, it's Rory, but I don't see it happening this year. I would predict in 2 or 3 seasons he's ready.
Makes sense.
Well, you know, they say in sports, sometimes you've got to learn how to lose before you learn how to win.
Absolutely.
So what about sleeper picks? Do you see any other golfers out there that you think are going to surprise us this weekend?
You know, in these kind of tournaments, especially at Augusta, sometimes you get like a Jim Furyk or an Angel Cabrera, a guy who's a veteran, been around the block, doesn't get rattled by the Saturday, Sunday slugfest like a lot of the young guys do. So I could see a guy like KJ Choi or one of the veterans just kind of hang around till the weekend and then let the rest of the field go away and come out on top, kind of by a war of attrition. Furyk's done that a bunch of times in his career, and you could see one of those guys come away with it when you don't expect it.
IJ, you're a wordsmith and a good one. Why can you tell me why the Masters is so different from any of the other tournaments?
If you've ever been to Augusta, it's a special place both aesthetically and historically and spiritually. You step on the greens there and you actually feel a different kind of energy and aura coming from that place. It's beautiful, first of all, so it's just an amazing aesthetic kind of pure pleasure experience. But you also feel the ghosts of Snead and Palmer and Nicklaus and Hogan and all the rest of the guys. If you ask 10 golfers which tournament would they want to take home in their career, 9 of them are going to say Augusta, and probably 10 out of 10 for the most part. It's a beautiful, totally unique, original experience to play there.
And it's
That's
a cool
fantastic.
tournament also because those who have won the Masters in the past are always invited, right? So you see the Gary players of the world still trying to
Hanging around,
compete.
that's right. Yeah.
Once you get there, you're a legend forever. So,
That's really
so we're going
true.
to talk about your book for a second. It's Slices, Observations from the Wrong Side of the Fairway. Can you tell us a little bit about your book?
It's a collection of humorous essays. I'm an avid but lousy golfer, so there's a reason I write humor. You don't want to learn anything about golf from me in terms of instruction, but hopefully it'll give you a chuckle while you're out on the course, because we all know that when you play golf, you either have to laugh at yourself or you're probably going to slit your wrist. So, as an,
true.
you want to take the former alternative, hopefully. So I
Very
hope to
true,
give
very
people a
true.
laugh.
Nikki,
if I can.
I've read the book. It's outstanding. It's a bestseller for a reason. It's funny, it's clever, it's witty, and it's one of the reasons IJ Schecter is one of my star columnists at
Great.
Fantrax.com. And IJ, thank you so much for coming here tonight and
Thank you
talking
for having me.
here in Toronto about the Masters golf tournament. Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Thanks,
Thank you
IJ.
both.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Take care.
And we'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!